I would like to call this meeting of the Board of Parks and Recreation to order. I'm Michelle Cummings-Steele. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of one of our colleagues, Michael Kilbane. He sat back here in our corner and broadcast our meetings on a monthly basis. He was faithful. And I miss seeing him back in the corner, so I just waved at my friends and just had a moment of remembrance. And so if we could remember him and his family in our thoughts and prayers. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll move now to the appeal of decisions. Pursuant to the provisions of 2.68.030 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, please take notice that decisions of the Metropolitan Board of Parks and Recreation may be appealed to the Chancery Court of Davidson County for review under a common law writ of certiorari. Any appeal must be filed within 60 days after entry of a final decision by the board. Any person or other entity considering an appeal should consult with an attorney to ensure that time and procedural requirements are met. We'll move now to the consideration of our minutes. Have you all had an opportunity to read the minutes of our May meeting? I will accept a motion.
So moved.
Thank you so much. Is there a second? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. We'll move now to Metro Council referrals. Director Odom, are there any referrals from council?
There are none today.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll move now to our public comment period. The public comment period is limited to 20 minutes total. Persons wishing to provide comment on matters that are germane to items on the agenda must sign up prior to the beginning of the meeting on the sign-up sheet provided. The opportunity to provide public comment is offered on a first-come, first-served basis. Comments are limited to a maximum of 2 minutes per person. And we do have a couple. I'll call on Toby Balzer to speak on item number 10. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Toby Balzer. I'm a parent, a teacher, a gardener, and a longtime member of Cheekwood. I'm here today to speak in support of the design for Cheekwood's new parking facility. The parking facility will make it easier for everyone to visit Cheekwood. I visited and parked in the overflow parking of the hill many times with both my small children and my father, who has mobility issues. The trek from the previous parking lot to the gardens has been a limiting factor for our family. The new parking facility will make accessibility to Cheekwood so much easier for my family and many others like ours. Accessibility is very important to me, and I'm happy to see that Cheekwood is continuing to emphasize its place in our community as a hub for educational and inspiring programming that is truly accessible to all. Over the years, my family has attended various programs at Cheekwood, including cultural festivals, exhibits by visiting artists, and gardening demonstrations. We've enjoyed strolls through the gardens and have taken inspiration and knowledge obtained from the welcoming staff at Cheekwood to create our very own native habitat garden in our yard. This in turn helps support the local biodiversity of Nashville and helps to protect and preserve pollinator species, which are vital to the health of our community. The parking garage will ensure that families like mine can enjoy all that Cheekwood has to offer. It will also make it easier for school trips to access the facility. These designs show that both the leaders of Cheekwood and the architects are committed to adding the necessary parking while disturbing the grounds and the neighborhood as little as possible. I'm excited about the future programming that we can all experience thanks to this new parking facility. Thank you for their time this afternoon.
We'll move to Mary Keith, also speaking on item number 10.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mary Keith, and I am a Nashville mom of 3 kids and an avid Cheekwood guest and attendee, whether it's bringing my family, my friends, or out-of-town guests there. I also was a proud co-chair of the annual Fall for Cheekwood event, which is a fundraiser that helps critical funds for Cheekwood school and family field trips. These field trips are free to all students and teachers all over the Nashville metro area and provide access to a phenomenal outdoor classroom. Simply put, I love bringing my family to Cheekwood. We've made lasting memories at their various seasonal events, such as Holiday Lights and Cheekwood in Bloom, and honestly, our family loves to stroll the grounds on a lazy summer afternoon. Cheekwood is a part of the fabric of my family's life because of these iconic events. I've lived here for over 9 years now, and Nashville's popularity continues to grow, and so has Cheekwood's. This means they must grow to accommodate the ever-growing influx of visitors and residents with more parking. The new parking facility that you guys have seen and will see, designs are gorgeous. Nestled into the hillside, it looks as if it was been part of the landscape for many years. I'm particularly excited about how much easier it will be for everyone to visit, including myself with a little baby in a stroller. Anyone who has made that long trek from the overflow gravel parking lots with strollers all the way up to the entrance will appreciate the covered parking spots, elevators, and the proximity to the gardens. Cheekwood is an important part of our community and my family's life, and I'm looking forward to this new development. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your time. We'll move now to old business. 05-25-10. Staff requests approval of a dedicated conservation greenway easement located at 0 Kemp Drive, Hermitage, Tennessee. Parcel numbers 087-100B90000CO along Dry Fork Creek. This greenway easement will conserve 2.48 acres of open space and provide for future expansion on the Stones River Stoners Creek Dry Fork Creek Greenway Network. The easement dedication was a condition of the Planning Commission's approval of the subdivision outlook at Aaron's Crest 2023S-189-001. This is in Council District 12. The Acquisition Committee met this morning. Commissioner Henley, is there a report from the committee?
Yes, the committee recommended approval.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second? Thank you. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. 05-25-11, staff requests approval of a dedicated conservation greenway easement located at 532 Kemp Drive, Hermitage, Tennessee, parcel number 087-100B01100CO along Dry Fork Creek. This greenway easement will conserve .003 acres of open space and provide for future expansion of the Stones River Stoners Creek Dry Fork Creek Greenway Network. The easement dedication was a condition of the Planning Commission's approval of the subdivision outlook at Aaron's Crest 2023S-189-001, Council District 12. The Acquisition Committee met this morning. Commissioner Henley, is there a report from the committee?
Yes, the committee also recommended approval.
Thank you so much. I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second? All righty. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. The motion passes. We'll move now to the consent agenda. Director Odom, are there any comments or additions?
No comments or additions today, Mayor.
Thank you so much. I'll accept a motion to approve the consent agenda in its entirety. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor?
I'm sorry, I have.
I apologize.
I was trying to get,
Discussion?
there's just a typo, I believe, on the third category should be amplification alcohol and fundraising, and it's listed as amplification fundraising and fundraising. With those changes,
That change?
I'm recommending approval.
Thank you so much. We have a motion and a second. We'll have the addendum of adding the amplification, alcohol, and fundraising to that typo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. Thank you for that. New business, 06-25-02, Board to reaffirm appointment of Mr. Ed Henley III, representing the Planning Commission as a member of the Parks Board. Mr. Henley's term will expire on May 31st, 2026. Congratulations. You're welcome. We'll move now to 06-25-03, staff requests approval of recommended part-time and seasonal employee pay scale revisions. These proposed increases have been included in the mayor's FY26 recommended budget. I'll accept a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Is there any discussion? All righty, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. 06-25-04, Creative Parks Nashville requests acceptance of an in-kind grant valued at approximately $19,500 for support and expansion of the Metro Parks Music, Theater, and Visual Arts Program. There is no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks, and this is in Council District 21. The proposed improvement projects are studio equipment and pottery kiln at $4,500, audio equipment upgrades at Centennial Music Studio at $7,500, and audio and light equipment upgrades to Luby Theater at $7,500. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
All righty, I'll accept a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second? Thank you so much. Any discussion? All righty, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. 06-25-05, the Sister Cities of Nashville requests acceptance of an in-kind grant valued at approximately $8,500, including future maintenance costs in any, if any, for commissioned mural of art on the exterior side wall of the Morgan Park Community Center. Sister Cities of Nashville and Andre Rudloff, mural artist, received a grant from the Metro Arts Commission to fund this project. There is no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks. The mural will be paid for directly by the Sister Cities of Nashville. No ongoing maintenance will be required by Metro Parks, as this is meant to be a temporary installation, and it will be sealed accordingly. This is Council District 19. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Yes, there's a recommendation.
All right.
Madam Chair, this item was introduced on last month's Parks Board agenda and then withdrawn. There were some details that we needed to work out in regard to maintenance, and then with it coming back on this month's agenda, ordinarily it would be deferred to the Public Art Committee. There's a time sensitivity issue, so I would recommend and ask that you all would, with a staff recommendation of approval, vote on this today.
Okay. Are there any questions or any discussion from the board? All righty, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All righty, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. We're moving to 06-25-06. Staff requests approval of a dedicated conservation greenway easement located at 0 McCrory Lane, Tennessee, parcel 126-000-56400 along the Harpeth River. This greenway easement will conserve 2.4 acres of open space and provide for future expansion of the Stones River, Sterners Creek, Dry Fork Creek Greenway Network. The easement dedication was a condition of the Planning Commission's approval of the subdivision outlook at Aaron's Crest, 2023S-189-001, and this is Council District 12. This will be withdrawn and resubmitted for July's agenda, okay? Special presentations. I'm going to call on you. You have 7 minutes for your presentation. If you go over, we will get a hook and pull you off the microphone. Just playing, just playing. Jane McLeod, President, CEO of Cheekwood, to provide a progress update regarding Cheekwood's development of parking to the board. Good morning. Afternoon.
Good afternoon. And thank you for the opportunity to provide an update on Cheekwood's progress in fulfilling the responsibilities assigned to us in our current MOU with Metro Parks. As you know, last week, Cheekwood publicly released renderings of its new parking pavilion and Welcome Plaza as a permanent solution for parking, replacing parking currently on park land in a lesser amount to Cheekwood's property. Response from our members and the community has been very positive. William Hastings, whose firm is designing the project, will walk you through the design shortly. But first, I would like to update you on our progress in implementing traffic management strategies. We have initiated parking fees for non-members, as well as discounts for those using rideshare, and have extended discounts to 1,140 people through May. We have used off-site parking with shuttles. We have added additional bike racks at Cheekwood. We've added a parking and transportation section to the visit section of our website and included WeGo link information for public transportation access. We've reiterated instructions and enforced our policies to vendors utilizing service vehicles to use our back gate. We have worked with NDOT to create signage directing service vehicles to the back gate, and we have established a neighborhood liaison who is communicating regularly with our neighbors. So we're moving steadily along with all of those recommendations. And an update on our fundraising. We are working with Vision Philanthropy according to the following phases. Phase 1, which has basically been February through May, is when we were focused on building our campaign structure, including like gift tables and campaign materials. And then beginning in May and continuing through what we anticipate will be September, we are in the quiet phase of fundraising. So we are securing major gifts and major donors for naming opportunities. We hope to announce in the fall a point at which we will begin our public campaign phase and anticipate this continuing through about May of 2026. And at May of 2026, in a few months thereafter, we anticipate wrapping up the campaign. And so now I would like to bring William Hastings to the podium, and he can walk you through the actual design.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. We're a little ahead of schedule. We were in the MOU supposed to be back in September for a report, and this was just going to be a written report, but we thought with the public announcement and other things, you would appreciate the opportunity to see our progress. First, I would like to say thank you to Jim Hester and Phil Luckett for helping us with the temporary parking, the overflow lot. They've been helping us make sure we're parking in places where people don't complain in the neighborhood, and also trying to do some maintenance on the lot, and they've been a great help, and I think we're in a very good place, a better one than we've been in a long time, so thank them. Also, I want just to let you know the team that's been assigned to designing and constructing the new pavilion. It's a team that hopefully many of you know. HDLA is our landscape architect. EMC Structural Engineers, local company, is designing the structure. BCA Civil, which is Barge Coffin. All these people do a lot of business with Metro and with Parks, Power Management. And then RC Matthews will be our contractor who will build the structure. So we have people who care deeply about the city working on the project. We're excited about that. Our concept for the new parking pavilion, which I will talk about for a moment, really is to replace the parking previously provided on Parks property to support the operations of Cheekwood, improve the visitor experience with a safe and efficient parking facility, and nestle the structure into the landscape as much as possible. So what you're seeing on the screen, I'll walk through just a minute or two and then we'll be finished. This is an aerial perspective. To your left, the building that you see kind of grayed back is Botanic Hall. So it's a building you would recognize. So this is basically a 3.5 level below grade parking garage. Total depth in one location is about 40 feet, but we're working with the topography. So this is a steep hill. So you'll see at the top of the rendering, that's the entry gates into Cheekwood. So when you enter through the gate at Cheekwood, you would take a left, not a right, but a left. That's been something we've been working really hard on. So I'll go into a little bit of detail with each one of the images. So an aerial view, so the property to the right would be neighboring property. Right off of the screen would be our nearest neighbor. The property to the left off the screen is the park property. The rest of this is capturing all of Cheekwood property. So you're seeing some modification to the entry gate. The historic gate's being protected, but that historic gate is too narrow for both cars and pedestrians to kind of cohabitate. We do it right now, but not very well and not very safely. So the idea would be that we would actually leave the historic gate, but we would add vehicular access on the side, both sides of the historic gate. You would enter into the property. There'd be an appropriate pickup and drop-off area. It would be all ADA accessible, and then a parking lot. There'd still be some convenient parking for accessibility to the right, which is what we call Lot A. And you're seeing the green roof that will be a part of the structure. So this is that entry. So today, you would drive through the middle, right where that sign is, and the pedestrians would enter through the small gate you see to the left. So in the future, there won't be as many pedestrians coming. There'll be cyclists, certainly, hopefully people walking from the park to Cheekwood, but they will be able to enter in through this as well. So when you have gone to the pickup and drop off, you're seeing the Cheekwood mansion in the distance. You're seeing Bott Hall kind of grayed back in front of you, and there will be a new central point of entry where we'll be able to handle ticketing and welcome the guests to Cheekwood. This also serves as the elevators for accessibility and also the stair to the parking structure below. This just gives you a sense of what we're planning on the garage levels. There's 3.5 levels of this. This is level 1, and there will be a large open stairwell that will be inviting and safe, and then elevators serving the public. This is just another shot looking up to the pavilion. Another aerial view of the green roof. Some amount of parking that's still open and not encapsulated into a green roof. That's in order to keep the building from becoming taller on the landscape. And the view back from the gardens looking back. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much. And it really was my last slide.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I appreciate
Are there
your
any
time.
questions from the board? Seeing what you've seen? Mr. Hastings?
Hey, yep, before you,
Yes.
based on the image that you showed about the new entry, it's just to be perceived as a bit of an elongated roundabout, right? So it's just kind of a continuous loop if you would,
Yeah,
if
is
you
it
could go back
possible
to
go back to that? Yes. I'll pull that slide up, Mr. Henley, and you and okay. I think the aerial may be the site plan may be the best place. Is this the best image?
I believe so.
Okay, will you ask the question again, just so I can make sure I answer
Yeah,
it?
well, you might have to go back to the image.
No, I'm sorry.
With the new entry, just so we understand there, and you were saying you go to the right, so it's essentially kind of an elongated roundabout.
That's
in terms
right.
of how the vehicular traffic.
That's exactly right. So cars would be able to both enter and exit from this location. I'm not sure if the pointer is working or not.
Yeah.
They would enter, today they enter here and then go this way, right? Or they, can go this way occasionally, which of course would still be allowed for fire trucks and other needs. But the primary location will be you'll come in and then you would enter directly here and then you go under the green roof and then you circulate in the garage, and then to exit, you would exit back out this way. And then that way we really minimize the pedestrian and vehicular conflicts at that point. And if you parked over here, you would just go right here and in. And that really will be the main entry. Everyone will go through that pavilion, which is a problem today. Today it's where you park and where you go, and the wayfinding's complicated. We think we can clean that up with this garage.
Any other questions?
Can you show the property boundaries with your
Yes.
your light?
Yeah, absolutely. So the property boundary is right about here and here. But this line is cropped really close to the property line. The lower line is really close to it, but the actual property line. I think it's right here. The changes to the gate and to that area, we're doing that. We're making sure that all fits on Cheekwood's property, and it's not something we would be asking for parks. Any other questions?
Any other questions? I'm just sitting there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll move now to Community Affairs Division to present their annual update to the board. Jackie Jones.
Good afternoon, everybody. I always think that when you approach a mic, you should have like a theme song as you approach. But I'll tell you what mine is in my head after we get through. At any rate, I'm Jackie. I'm Jackie Jones. I'm Superintendent of Community Affairs for Metro Parks. Last year at this time, I gave you an overview of some of the things that the Community Affairs Division does and is responsible for. And I thought it would be a good time, this would be a good time, to review some of those things and sort of tell you where we are. My division, Community Affairs, handles a variety of outward-facing communications projects that include constituency services, volunteerism, special events, media, social media, website, and our newsletter. As far as constituency services is concerned, that includes, but is not necessarily limited to, hub requests, public records requests, the Metro Parks mailbox, requests for speakers, community neighborhood events, and requests for information that comes in through landlines or snail mail. Hub requests, public records requests. It remains fairly consistent. Last year, we had approximately a half dozen public records requests come in. This year, we have about 12. And most of them are simple requests. Some, however, can be very detailed. And if they are detailed, if we have to get legal involved and ITS involved, sometimes there is a charge for that. Hub requests. Some of you may remember Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson is still advocating for a dog park in his neighborhood. We handle all of the public, we're the facilitator for all the hub requests that come in. This year, we will hand over at least 85% of those to our maintenance division because that's approximately how many come in for them. There's a new program called City Works, and they will be able to close out their projects in real time. So that's a good thing for the city, and it's a good thing for the department, and it's definitely a good thing for us at Community Affairs because it frees us up to do some other things. Our request for volunteerism has increased by 50% over this time last year, and the majority of those requests are for parks cleanups. One of the high-profile events that we had last year involved the mayor's team and NDOT. Originally it was scheduled to be a cleanup of Smith Springs Park, but it ended up being a cleanup for that entire area. So that was a very successful one. And we want to give a shout out to Deloitte. This Friday on June 6th, they will have Impact Day. And this is approximately the 20th year for that. One of the things that they will be doing is helping to keep Stone Hall clean and tidy and that type of thing. They will be preserving the Stone Hall Mansion, the historic smokehouse, and the Eversong cabin. Special events. We have remained consistent with special events to doing approximately the same amount of events that we did last year. To date, we have done, or since the last time I spoke to you, we've done the Cumberland River Greenway at Peabody Union, the 100th anniversary celebration at Shelby Golf Course, the reopening of Brookmead Greenway. We had a Parks Board work session. We did a computer literacy graduation for seniors at Elizabeth Community Center, and of course the Central Dog Park opening in Germantown. I always say that when school is out, parks are in. But we know parks are in all the time, but that's just a little colloquialism that I sometimes use. The top half of that slide you see there represents what we have, the request and the media coverage that we've had since school has been out. I have 3 more on my phone right now. We've done stories or gotten media requests for T-ball, Wave Country, Cedar Hill Park safety, improvements at the Shelby Golf Course, the West Park gym collapse, that's the photo you see there, Red Caboose Park, the Taylor Swift bench nameplate theft, which we are replacing that nameplate. The most popular story has been Dynamite Diesel, who is the new officer for our mounted patrol. And the media seems to be, or was quite captivated by him. This is Nashville for WPLN. We did a 1-hour talk show on that station with just about all of our divisions. So it was a good opportunity to be able to tell our story, if you will. So last year, I remember someone asking me about my team and who was a member of my team. It was Susanna, asked me who was on my team. And in addition to all of the people that you see here that are on our senior staff, we have added one other person, and her name is Raina Mitchell. Raina comes to us from News Channel 5. We are very glad to have her here with us. She has been instrumental in so many of the things that we do, but particularly when it comes to social media. And I'll let her tell that story.
Metro Parks social media content, establishing Metro Parks' digital footprint in Nashville and on a national scale. Being online matters because it helps Metro Parks stay connected with Nashvillians by showcasing the programs, facilities, and events that the park system has to offer. It's a direct form of communication between our department and the public, allowing the Community Affairs Division to promote parks while maintaining a bond within our community. Being on social media allows the Community Affairs Division to tell stories that many people that are affiliated with the park system are familiar with or may have never heard of. We're also able to highlight talented staff members and volunteers who are dedicated to serving the park's mission, while exposing community members to new aspects of the park system. We also showcase park celebrations for national holidays and events. We did this recently in an interview with Ms. Pat Gregory at Ted Rhodes Golf Course that we posted during Women's History Month. If you've ever played at Ted Rhodes Golf Course, you may have never realized you were playing next to a dedicated volunteer who is passionate about teaching young people the game of golf. That's why this Women's History Month we want to highlight Ms. Pat Gregory and learn more about how she first began volunteering with Metro Parks.
Well, it was about 11 years ago. That's when I retired. I retired 11 years ago. And I was down here hitting balls, and I ran into two young men, and they were here just hustling, trying to make $1 or $2 by carrying clubs and being caddies. And I told them, come on, let me show you how to hit this ball. They got hooked. And then from there, they kept taking lessons, and my classes started growing. From 2 children, I ended up with 12, and then 20, and then 30. I feel good that I'm giving back because God has given me a gift, and I'm trying to share that gift with others.
Outside of some of our celebratory content, such as the interview with Pat Gregory, we also focus on educational content, like fitness-based videos. These help us familiarize the community with Metro Parks fitness instructors. We've only recently started showcasing these workouts, but we will continue to make sure that they are beginner-friendly and easy to understand, all while being able to be done at a Metro Parks facility or even at home.
Hi, my name is Justin Miller, and I'm a program coordinator here at the Centennial Sportsplex.
Hi, my name is Preston Manuel, and I'm a recreation leader here at the Centennial Sportsplex for Metro Parks.
Yeah, today we're going to show you an equipment-free workout.
It's an at-home workout, and it's beginner-friendly, and we're going to demonstrate now.
Today we're going to start with a warm-up, and each of these warm-up exercises is going to be done for 30 seconds each. We're going to start out with a cross-body knee lift. You lift your leg, touch it with the opposite hand. Repeat that for 30 seconds. When that 30 seconds is done, you're going to transition to the next warm-up exercise. The next exercise is going to be a butt kicker. This is warming up. The first 2 exercises warming up our lower body.
We encourage Nashvillians to follow along with Metro Parks' journey on social media to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the park system. We are posting exciting content this coming July for Parks and Recreation Month, and the theme for 2025 is Build Together, Play Together. Stay tuned to see how we celebrate.
So we have well, let me say that about some of these posts that you saw. These are very popular, and they're doing what we intend them to do, which is to communicate with those people who come on to our social media platforms. So this has been a very positive thing for Metro Parks. Raina is also instrumental in helping develop and distribute our newsletter. The website. Well, we know about 60% of the people who access our website, they do so through their phones. About 38.9% access it through their desktop computers, and about 1.1% access it through tablets. We have the average engagement time of those people who do come to our website is about 57 seconds, almost a minute. And I am so pleased to report, again this year, we are number 2 among all the metro departments. The police department is number 1 in terms of the website. Parks is number 2, and the water department is slowly creeping up on us as number 3. And you can see the rest of those as they are: county court clerk, elections, health, NDOT codes, fire, and finance. That is the actual ranking for those. Our top 10 pages within the division is the Parthenon First, Centennial Sportsplex in the Wave Country, McCabe Golf Course, Centennial Park, Harpeth Hills Golf Course. I know John Holmes will be happy to hear this. Two Rivers Golf Course, Ted Rose Golf Course, Warner Parks, and then coming in at number 10 is the Community Center activity schedules. Plan to play. Tomorrow, we kick off the first of 5 community-wide meetings for the update of Plan to Play, which is the master plan for parks and greenways. The original plan was created in 2017, but as you know, with the growth of the city and economic forecast and the global pandemic, it's time for an update. And so that's what we'll be doing beginning tomorrow on through the month of June. In addition to having the community meetings, there is also a survey that people can take as well. And all of this information is on our website. Okay, I've got one more thing. Actually, I've got 2 more things, but I can reclaim my time. I can reclaim my time a little bit later, and I'll do it. I'll do it then. Thank you.
We're going to move now to Friends of Sevier Parks to present an annual update to the board. If you would tell us your name, I didn't have it. I apologize.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I'm Melanie Moran, and I'm president of the Board of Friends of Sevier Park. Over the last year, we have worked closely with parks on a variety of events and issues at the park. We continue to greatly appreciate the partnership we've received from the parks. Particularly, we work with Joe Stovall, with Phil Luckett, with Jim Hester, and the communication has just been awesome. Whenever anything comes up, they respond immediately. Some of the things that we worked together on over the last year were, there were people parking on the grass, unauthorized parking, and we worked together, and park staff was able to put barriers in place, so that's no longer happening anymore, which is great. The shelters in the park have been pressure washed and painted, so we greatly appreciate that. And again, just appreciate all the communication. Some of the things that the Friends Group did over the last year, we supported the ribbon cutting and grand opening of Sunnyside Mansion in the park last summer. We had volunteers there, provided refreshments, and helped get the word out for the event. We have partnered with the Historic Commission on a variety of things. We made a gift to support the construction of a garden folly that had been there historically. I think that's still in the works, but we were one of several to make a gift to support that. We also were a sponsor of the Historic Commission Foundation's annual fundraiser last year. And in terms of our own fundraising, our biggest gift, which you approved, thank you, was the purchase of new soccer goals for the park, and we should be purchasing those very, very soon, working with parks to get those installed, which will be a great improvement. And also trying to grow our membership. That will be more of a focus this coming year. But overall, we raised, most of the fundraising came from the soccer gift, but about $4,500 last year. Looking ahead, the big event that we're excited about in the coming months is Sevier is the host park for the Picnic for the Parks, the National Parks Foundation event. So we will be the host, and the partner park for that event will be Kirkpatrick Park. So we're thrilled about that. I'm serving as the co-chair with Parks Foundation board member Bonnie Dow of the event. We've secured the donation of entertainment for the event and are working closely with Louise and the folks she's brought together for that event to make it a big success. And we'll have our members and our board members volunteering to support that event. So that's primarily where we are at this point. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
What is the date of the event?
September 27th.
Thanks.
And the save the date will be going out. I don't want to speak for Louise, but I believe September 20th. Sorry, September 20th. the dates will be going out this week, and early bird tickets are also on sale.
All righty, thank you so much, Ms. Moran. We
Thank you.
appreciate you. Creative Parks Nashville to present an annual update to the board. And if you would, please say your name for us for the record.
Thank you. It's Nathan Phillips. I'm the treasurer. And Jackie, they wouldn't let me play a walk-up song either when I came up.
What would be your song, Mr. Phillips? What would be your song?
It would be, I gotta fly.
See?
Yeah, I know. It changes all the time.
All righty.
But I'm here with the Creative Parks Nashville, kind of give you our annual report. Creative Parks Nashville provides community-based leadership to Metro and Nashville parks and recreations, music, theater, and visual arts divisions. We support these divisions in their efforts to provide educational arts-related activities and diverse cultural events for the greater Nashville area. Through this year, through July, through May, we currently have revenues of $105,000, expenses of $127,000, and mainly we spent a little bit more than we have because we bought some pottery glaze storage that we had budgeted, and also $9,500 of upgrades to Luby Theater, and also to a floor, the portable dance floor for our big band dances. And if you haven't been there, y'all need to be there. It's celebrating the 43rd year of big band dances. Creative Parks provides artists to lead various music, theater, and visual art workshops to supplement Metro Parks' cultural arts programming. So we've served over just about 2,500 students this past year at 79 different workshops. We have adult weekly classes and visual art workshops, 7 free classes for 118 youth and senior adults. So doing everything from pottery, art, pretty amazing stuff that they do. We also are providing services with 6 inclusive art classes for adults with or without disabilities. Yeah, how special is that? Music classes and workshops for adults and youth, from drumming to piano to jam band and vocals. So part of the music that we provide support for are several concerts and concert series. This June, starting Friday, we have 4 Red Caboose concerts. The picture up there is Les Kerr, who's a Nashville icon. And if you've never seen Les, he's playing the second Friday. You need to go out and see Les for sure. It's pretty special. We got 3 Tales at Twilight, and again, 9 big band dances. We get to work those big band dances, and you have people who've been there for 43 years and have been coming out every Saturday during the summer. You also have people from all over the country coming in, and they show up to our booth, and we sell them water and get to talking to them, and they're like, what's this? My town doesn't have this. This is incredible. And it's really a great thing that we do for our city. We also have great starting theater classes and workshops and theater production. We just did the Lion King, over at the Luby Theater, and that finished up. And this year we're going to have Aladdin. So art, music, and theater. So what are your kids doing this summer? we got a place for them. If they like music theater or in cultural summer camps, we've got your passport to summer educational fun. We also did, we did a big band during the summer, and so we decided to do one for Valentine's Day, and that was a big success out at the Shelby Community Center. We provide classes to over 13 different community centers in Nashville. It's more than 13, but I didn't take my shoes off for the rest to count. And our big fundraiser, and everybody's invited, is October 25th, 2025. Coming up, it'll be a Saturday night over at the Centennial Arts Center. So that's our big fundraiser, and we'll have music and have the kids performing, and some. It's a pretty special night for us. The one thing, I'm a Nashville native, and I've been around a lot of different people, a lot of different groups in my lifetime. But the group that works for parks, not Creative Parks Nashville, we're just okay. But the people we support are so special, and that I hope y'all recognize what they do and how they support the city and how they make it special. It's the asterisk, the exclamation point on what parks really should be and what we provide for our citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Mr. Phillips? All righty. Thank you so much for your time. We'll move to our capital projects update. That is a written report. Greenways open space update. That is a written report. And then we're back around to reclaim the time of Ms. Jackie Jones for our upcoming special activities and events. You got 2 minutes. No, I'm just playing. Thank you. Make quick. See, you're back.
While he's pulling this up, I'll go through our events. Oh, he's already got it up. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. You good? Okay. So, the very last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is build together, play together. That is the theme for Parks and Recreation Month, which is a national celebration in July. Park systems all over the country celebrate this day through a number of events or proclamations or whatever. One of the things that we will be doing as part of Parks and Recreation Month is we will have Park and Recreation Professionals Day on Friday, July 18th. We haven't nailed down all of the details on this as of yet, but we do know that we will have approximately 20 kids from our community centers who want to talk with our various senior staff and other staff members about their jobs. And we're looking at this as the possibility of these 20 kids could very well be future park employees. So we're really glad to have them. And we'll share more information with you as that program is actually finalized. One other thing, Metro Parks has podcasters, and we have some of the best podcasters in the city, although they're very young. And one of the things that we wanted to do, and it's really a personal mission for me, is to teach them media literacy. If you go on the webpage for Madison Community Center, you will see some of the podcasts that these kids do, and they are just adorable. But one of the things that we were able to do is to get them an audience with Channel 5. So they were able to go over to Channel 5 and look at the news as it was broadcast. And the thing about it, the day they went was the day that we had torrential rains and tornado warnings and the whole 9 yards. So it was a little hectic at the station, but they got to see in real time what a news broadcast looks like behind the scenes. They were able to ask questions from some of the people behind the scenes and some of the people in front of the camera. So that concludes my report, but that concludes my report. We do work so you can play.
Amen.
So thank you. All right.
What's your song? What's your walk-on song?
Tim wants to know what my walk-on song is, and Monique is looking at me like it better be good.
Boots on the ground. What I'm saying.
My song is, I don't know whether or not you all are familiar with this artist, but I really, really love her. Her range is absolutely incredible. The song is Oscar-winning Tears. The singer is Ray, and if you haven't checked her out, please
I've
do
heard
so.
it.
You've heard it,
Okay.
yeah. It's a great song.
Right.
So anyway, on to Park Board events. We have a number of events going on through the month of June. The Red Caboose Concert Series kicks off their first concert this Friday night at 7 p.m. With the Kelly Cox Collaborative. And these concerts are scheduled every Friday night in June. Then, of course, we have movies in the park at Elmington Park on June 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. From 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. We have the big band dances. They're back at the Centennial Park Band Shell this year. And the first one for the season kicks off this Saturday, June 7th. And these dances continue every Saturday through August 25th. A different band is featured each week, and there's also a free dance lesson before the live music actually begins. We have the Full Moon Picking Party on June 13th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Percy Warner Park. On June 14th, there is a Cornelia Fort Air Park concert from 5:30 to 9 p.m. at Cornelia Fort. On June 15th, we have Jazz on the Cumberland, and that starts at 5:30 at Wasioto Park. On June 19th, we have Juneteenth, and there are two events scheduled. One is at Fort Negley. That one begins at 5 p.m. And then there's another one from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Cassie Gardner Park. The longest day of the year, fastest mile of your life run is scheduled from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on June 21st at Rose Park. We have a free fishing day at Shelby Park on Saturday, June 7th. And we have farmers markets at Red Caboose Park, Sevier, and Richland Parks. That concludes my report.
All righty, are there any questions for Jackie? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll move now to the report of the director. Director Odom.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I first want to start by thanking all of you all who joined us at our council budget hearing on May 21st. Thank you for your support and encouragement. And as you well know, council is deep in the throes of their budget work sessions. And hopefully we will have an FY26 budget soon. The Parks Department has about $6.7 million in the mayor's recommended budget, and we are hopeful that that is included in the final passage of the budget. as you know, a few weeks ago, the gym at West Community Center collapsed. And we will start demolition of West Park Community Center gym this week. That'll happen in 2 phases. So we will take down the rest of the gym, and then our team will work with the structural engineer to make sure the building is sound enough to go in and retrieve the content of the building. And then the rest of the building will be demolished. Included in our FY 26 capital budget improvements request is a request to replace West Community Center. So that will be a priority as we approach the CSP probably sometime in the fall with this administration. Our summer enrichment program started yesterday. Our sites are at full capacity with about 3,000 kids total. Fort Nashboro, the RFP for prospective operators of Fort Nashboro is on the streets, and thank you to Jim Hester and Phil Luckett and William Manuel for managing that, and Joe Stovall for kind of ushering that through and overseeing that process. Warner Park Nature Center staff begins Pen Pals and Naturalist Camp this week. Beeman Park will be hosting our Tennessee Naturalist Program in June or this month. We have 3 new members of the Greenways and Open Space Commission that were appointed recently. Maury Hill, James Moore, and Cedric Duncan. I had an opportunity to meet them last week, and we're excited about their participation. Just as an FYI, because of the excessive rain, our maintenance team and landscaping teams are a little bit behind on grounds maintenance, but they're working to get caught up. We appreciate your service. Thank you. And then too, also as an FYI, you all know that CMA this is CMA week, and the elevator at Wasioto Park is down until the broken glass can get replaced. We offered a temporary fix, but that was denied because it basically came down that it wouldn't be safe. So we just wanted to make you aware of that. We will be replacing that elevator ultimately with a one that can sustain more capacity in the future. Maintenance is working to get all water fountains up throughout the park system. So if you're getting the email traffic about that, we're working toward that. And then too, I guess this is my final item. Sunnyside Mansion in Sevier Park received 3 prestigious awards recognizing its outstanding contributions to preservation, public history, and interpretation. The project was honored with a preservation award from the Metro Historical Commission, a certificate of merit from the Tennessee Historical Commission, and an award of excellence from the Tennessee Association of Museums. These awards were presented at the 49th Annual Preservation Award Ceremony on May 22nd. Again, the ceremony honored exceptional preservation achievements across Davidson County and highlighted the impact of historic preservation in shaping Nashville's identity and future. So congratulations to Metro Parks, but then more specifically to our planning team who led that project, Joe Stovall and his team. I think Tim Nate had it at the very beginning, so thank you all for your hard work and diligence. I don't have anything else. Do you have any questions of me? All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A lot going on in parks. We're going to move now to announcements, requests for future agenda items, and open items. Are there any? All right, so then at this time, I want to say thank you to Cruz Johnson, our commissioner. This is his last meeting, appointment, and so I want to thank you for your service, your time, your attentiveness, your willingness to dig deep, to dive in around parks issues and as a commissioner. So we thank you. This is goodbye for this part of your role, but we will see you later. We got golf to play. You'll be around. And so that will mean that we need to elect a vice chair, and so we will take that up in our July meeting. All righty, and so if you would be thinking about how you want to serve in that capacity.
No pressure.
We are going to adjourn if there is nothing else from the board. I'll accept a motion. We're adjourned. Thank you so much for your time today.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.